Yep.
So in my system already everything is installed. If anyone can help me with the system where nothing is installed, that would be great. Anyone would volunteer with a system, with a screen share so that I'll help them out. Anyone? For the tools to installation, else I have to uninstall everything, guys. No one is there. That's interesting.
I can do, just give me 2 minutes. I will try to take my system and come on the system. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyone else? Yeah. I hope everyone is joining from laptop now today, because today's session is very important and you need to join from laptop only. If you have not joined from laptop, please join from laptop. Okay.
Give me a second. I'm just joining. 1 second.
Okay. Apart from Kotai, everyone else will join from laptop, right? Just drop a letter Y in the chat box if everyone has joined from laptop. Hmm?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Hmm. Great. Install it. Almost have install. Yeah. Just give me a minute.
Meanwhile,
Yeah.
you can continue something. I'm just logging in to the Zoom. Yeah.
Hmm. I'm sharing you one link, everyone. Please check the link in the chat box, everyone. In the Zoom chat, I've shared you one link. Okay. So this is a software installation guide that we have followed, that you are following right now. So first we will try to understand how to download and install JDK. So in the link that I've shared to you, you can go to Java Development Kit. Yeah. And if you are using a Windows or a Mac or a Linux, please choose your operating system. And if you scroll down a bit, you can visit this official oracle.com/Java Technologies download site. Yeah. And if you go here, since the latest long-term stable release was JDK 25, which has come in the month of September 16th. So we will be using the same thing. JDK 25. We'll be using the official release of JDK, latest release of Java, that is JDK 25. And Oracle JDK is free for personal use and paid for corporate use. Is it fine? That's fine, Anjali. Go ahead. Not a problem. So JDK 25 is the official latest version of it, and it is free for personal use, and you need to pay a certain amount when you're working with a corporate account. Okay. So if you're a Windows user, you need to download this 64-bit installer in your system. If you're a Mac user, just download it based on your chip, that is Intel chip, as well as your silicon chip. If you're working with a silicon chip, you need to go for the ARM64 DMG installer. If you're what do you call Intel chip, go for a 64-bit DMG installer. Is this point clear, everyone? In the site, if you go to JDK installation, you can visit this site, oracle.com Java Technologies Downloads. And if you go to this site, go to your required operating system. And if you're a Windows user, go for Windows 64-bit installer. Download it. Once you download this library, let me open the file. There will be a pop-up coming up. You might not see in the Zoom meeting, but do you want to allow this app to make changes to your device? Just click on yes. So I click on next. I click on next.
This meeting is being recorded.
It will take around a minute or two to install all the softwares.
Oh, one.
You need not follow me while installing the software. Just try to understand the flow of it so that you can do it after the class also. If you do it along with me, you will miss the flow of the class. So I click on close. Now, how do I check whether the JDK is installed properly or not? For Mac users, open your terminal. For Windows users, open your command prompt and type java --version. So it will say 25.1, 21.10, 2025. You see the word LTS. This is a key thing. LTS stands for long-term stable release. So the recent version of Java which they have released is known as long-term stable release. That doesn't mean, I mean, there are certain versions in Java that are marked as LTS like JDK 11, JDK 17, JDK 21 and 25. What are these long-term stable release? That means they will have extended support from Oracle team for all the Java changes or patches, whatever they are doing it. So always prefer to work with a long-term stable release because these are the kind of JDKs that will be supported by various CI/CD tools. Any doubts with respect to Java installation? If you don't understand the steps, you can also follow the steps that has been given here. Double click on the downloaded file, follow the installation wizard. Now, what's next? We need to set the Java home environment variable. How do I set the Java home environment variable? So search for the environment variables. Like this is for a Windows user, I'm telling. Go to search for environment variables. Go to the Java home. One sec. Let me go to control panel. Search for environment variables. Okay. So delete this variable. Create a new variable that is Java underscore home. What is the variable value I will put? So just go to the path where the Java is installed. C program files Java JDK 25. So this is your Java home. This is your Java home, guys. Once I set the Java home, what next? Then I need to edit the path system variable and add the JDK bin directory. So that means what? Go to the path variable. Go to the path variable. What I have to do here is, let me delete this. Click on new. I will say percentage Java underscore home slash bin. That means what? Whatever path I have declared under the Java home variable, I have to take that path. Inside that path, I want to add a bin folder. So if someone asks me,
So you installed 2025 or 2021, Rahul?
25, JDK 25, not there is no 2021 or 2025. It's JDK
Okay.
25.
Okay.
So whenever you are adding the bin path, you need to say percentage Java underscore home backslash bin. So what is the variable I've declared? It is Java underscore home. The same path we need, same variable, we need to use it here. Percentage Java underscore home percentage backslash bin. Okay. Once this bin variable is updated, you can also check the version. How do we check the version again? So Java C is nothing but the compiler version. Java is the JDK version. When the Java, in the Java, we are checking Java C. What is Java C? Java C stands for compiler version. For the people who don't know what is compiler, what is interpreter, need not worry. We will discuss this in our regular classes also. So please follow the same steps what we are given as per the guide. But during the preparation of this guide, I have designed it as per JDK 21. But in the next month release, since JDK 25 has recently released and I have not tested it perfectly at the time of preparing this guide, that is why I might face a doubt. So don't worry, guys. In the next month, in this next update, we will update this to JDK 25. And for Mac users, yeah. And for Mac users, you need to set the Java home path like this. Got it? So since this was configured to JDK 17, but you need to have JDK 25 in place of 17 for Mac users. Got it? How many of you are Mac? Type the letter M in the chat box. How many of you are Mac users? Type the letter M in the chat box if you're a Mac user. So this is how we install JDK Java. Then we need to install Git Bash. So how do you install Git Bash for a Windows user? Go to this official site. Git bash is the terminal that is used to download and perform and Git bash is the terminal that is used to perform the Git actions. Now what I need to do here, I need to click here to download. So it will download it. Okay. So go to Git install for Windows. The tool has been already downloaded. Yeah. Click on open file. So there'll be a pop-up coming up stating that, hey, do you want to allow this app to make these changes to your device? And I click on yes. Click on next. Click on next, next, next. So here it is asking you to choose the default editor used by the Git. By default, it will ask you to use the Vim editor. But since I am not comfortable with Vim editor, I am going with VS Code as the default editor. Similarly, If you are not comfortable with, if you don't want to use the of layer, default version, you can use Notepad as a Git's default editor, or you can use Notepad plus plus as the Git's default editor. Okay. You can choose your choice, but I'm comfortable with VS Code. That is, I'm going with a VS Code. What is this editor now, Rahul? What will happen? So the people who have heard the merge conflicts or something like that, whenever there's a merge conflict occurring, instead of writing the commit message inside the terminal, we will write the commit message with the help of with the where the file opens separately in the VS Code. For that reason, this editors will be used when we are dealing with any merge conflict, basically, which I will be showing you during the Git sessions. But as of now, I'm using Visual Studio as Git's default editor. But you can use Sublime Text, use Atom, use Notepad, use WordPad, whichever you feel comfortable, you use this. That is not a problem. So let Git decide the branch name by what shall be the default branch name. Allow Git to be used from command line, also from third-party software. That means what? If I say use Git only from Git Bash, you can work with their own terminal itself. Okay. Okay. Where are we? Where is our installation? Yeah. But by default, you need to use this option, because if you want to run your Git commands not only from the terminal, but also from other third-party terminal tools, then this is useful. Got it? Use bundled OpenSSH. Use the native Windows Secure Channel library. Click on Next. Pause for our merge. Most of them will be the default options only, except the editor change. Except that rest of them are default options only. So I click on Finish. If you are a Mac user, you need to install using brew install git. Or if you can use brew homebrew, or you can use Macport, you can use Xcode, that is your choice. Okay. But majority of the times, if you are working with Mac or Linux systems, Git will be installed by default, because the Git has been developed based on the Linux operating systems. Got it? Majority of the times Git will be installed by default in Mac and Linux. If it is not installed, please use this install homebrew, brew install Git, or if you are using homebrew, if you are using Mac ports, you use sudo port install Git, or if you have Xcode installed in your system, you can do it. Clear? Now what next? Now let's go to IntelliJ IDEA. So in this course, we are using the official editor as IntelliJ IDEA. We are not going with Eclipse, because when I'm designing a framework, I'll be using some advanced plugins which will be supported by IntelliJ only. And the second thing why we are preferring IntelliJ is JetBrains is one of the primary sponsors from JDK 17 onwards. For JDK, they are funding JDK, the Java team, to improve their quality and improve their things. So JetBrains is the official funder of it. That is the reason I'm going with IntelliJ. So here you have to download link. Don't go for IntelliJ IDEA Ultimate Edition, guys. Ultimate is nothing but the paid version. Don't go for Ultimate version. If you scroll down, you have a community edition. You just need to click on download and download the community edition. In the meanwhile, while it downloads, if you are a Mac user, switch to a Mac user and select select your select your version based on your chip based. If you are working on Apple Silicon, this is the one. If you are working on an Intel system, this is the one. Got it? And if you are working in a Linux, based on your Linux operating system, you can download the zip file. It will not provide the installer. It will download the zip file directly for Linux based Linux operating system. If you are working with Mac and Windows only, it will give you the installer option. Got it? So open file. And IntelliJ comes up with continuous updates, guys. That is one thing. They come up with very huge updates, very continuous updates on a daily basis. So there'll be a pop-up coming. Do you want to allow this app to make changes to your device? Just click on yes. And I click on next. Next. Create a desktop option. This is optional, guys. Create associations for .java, .pom. Create associations means whenever any file is present, whenever any .java file is there, or whenever any .pom file is there, default editor should be IntelliJ. That is optional. This create associations is completely optional, but I recommend all of you to enable this checkbox so that you'll have IntelliJ enabled in your laptops. I mean, IntelliJ visible in your desktop. Click on install. It will take certain time to install the libraries. It will take some time for the IntelliJ to be downloaded and set up. It's slightly a huge tool. Is this clear, everyone? Any doubts so far?
Rahul, I couldn't download. It is preventing me from downloading. Is there any other way I can download?
Which one?
Like, as I told you, this is giving me the initial
You are
step.
working from your office laptop?
No, personal laptop.
Are you unable to download the tools, Smita?
I couldn't. Nothing. So it's like it is giving me this error.
That is
I
interesting. That
I
is
checked
interesting.
the firewall settings. It is actually it's like from the firewall level, it is preventing the installation. So
That's interesting. That is really interesting because if it's an office laptop, I would have agreed with it. But for a personal laptop, it
it's
should
a
not have.
personal laptop. It's a personal laptop.
Yeah, for a personal laptop, they should not have any restrictions. Yeah. So Anjali, why we need to set environment and path variables? The reason behind it is whenever we are working with any CI/CD or whenever you want to run your Java code in the command prompt, So it should know where is your Java libraries. For that reason, we set the environment and path variables. Okay. So you have searched like this, Java 25 like this on your Google, and you have downloaded it, Smita.
The first step itself, it is preventing me, Rahul. So I have.
There must be some network issue also. I'm not sure. Then there must be a network site blocking you also. I'm not so sure. Just check from these two because these are official public sites which is accessible anywhere.
Which one? This Oracle one,
Yeah,
oracle.java.com. Okay.
Oracle, IntelliJ, Git. These are something official sites which can be accessible anywhere.
Okay, so let me try this one, Oracle. Could you please paste the, copy this link to the
Yeah, I've
chat?
sent the link. Whatever sites I have shared, it's global popular ones only. These are not something private. Okay, just give it a try. Now, IntelliJ, Git, Java. As of now, we require this three only, and we are done with it. So let's open IntelliJ. I have IntelliJ IDEA Ultimate also, but for the sake of the course, I'll be using Community Edition. Hmm. So if you open IntelliJ IDEA, this is the option that you get at first when you are working. I mean, when I previously worked with IntelliJ and now I'm reinstalling it, it will ask this option. So blindly skip import. I don't want anything else. So this is how a home screen of IntelliJ looks like. Okay. So what we need to do now? Just need to create a new project because we are working on a Java project for the first time. Click on Java project. What is the name of the project? I will say this is for my understanding, guys. You can give whatever name you're comfortable with. You can store the project wherever you want. That is your choice. I'm just storing it because I'm comfortable where I'm storing it as per my comfort. Got it? When you say by default, you use the build system as IntelliJ because we are new to Java, and the the IntelliJ is so smart that it will detect the latest JDK version present in our laptop. You need not do anything. IntelliJ will detect the latest JDK version. When I click on create, once I click on create, it will create a default Java project. Okay, it will create some file, IO, print statement, and all these things. Just ignore it. Okay, it will create some default file for you, and it will go ahead with it. Is this clear, everyone? How do we create a project? Everyone, Dhanashree, Anusha, Piyush. If you are joining from mobile phone, please join from laptop.
Yes, Rahul, clear.
Yeah. So, before we jump into the coding part or any programming part, the first thing we need to understand, the first thing that we need to do is the nomenclature. Understanding the nomenclature is the first step for any programming. Why? Because if you are not giving a proper nomenclature, then you will be under trouble. Why under trouble? Because whenever we are going for any interview, or whenever you are working in office, if you are not giving any proper nomenclature to your files, then they'll definitely get to know that you don't have much of coding experience or coding standards. Let me create a file called as nomenclature. I hope the screen is visible, guys.
Yes, it's visible.
Is this black color theme comfortable for you, or shall I change it to lighter theme, guys?
How light?
Lighter will be good, right? I'm not sure, but this one is like a little bit different for,
Yes, yes. I also feel light.
yeah.
This is the lighter version.
Yeah, this should be good. This is nice.
So, first of all, let's understand the terminology called as what is the package. Because this is the first step of any programming language, not only with respect to Java. You go for TypeScript, you go for JavaScript, you go for Python, anywhere you go. The first thing you need to understand is what is a package. Package is like a folder where we maintain all the required files. It helps us maintain a cleaner folder structure. So having a cleaner folder structure is very essential as a programmer, as an automation engineer, anyone. So for that, whatever Java file that we create, we have supposed to create inside a package. We are not supposed to inside some random folders. First, we have to create a package, then you have to create a Java file. That is the first thing, foremost thing that we all need to remember. Package is a folder where we maintain all the required files. How do we declare? How do we declare a package name? Package name follows camel case nomenclature. What do you mean by camel case nomenclature? For example, if I say we are learning Java, I request everyone not to annotate, please. My humble request. We are learning Java. So how the output will be in camel case? We are learning Java. That means what? Camel case nomenclature. What does it follow? First letter of the first word shall be in small letters, and first letter of the subsequent shall be in capital letters. Clear? This is how we create a package name. Perfect. This nomenclature and standards are something that I'm very particular about it, and I emphasize a lot in my students also. So okay. So how do we create a package here? Always remember whatever coding we are doing now, we have to do within SRC test SRC folder only. Okay. We have to do the coding within the SRC folder only. So what I will do a right click, new package. So give a proper package name. So as of now, since I have to remember the date wise, I'm giving it as per the date wise. Got it? November 2nd, 2025, my package name. So in accordingly, you can give your own package name. That is your choice. So how do you create a package? Right click, new package. This is how we need to create a package. And always remember, packages shall be created within the SRC folder. Got it?
Uh, Rahul, one second. So the one that you are creating the packages, right? Whatever you're talking about the packages. So that is what that is called Norman. What is it? Norman.
Nomenclature.
Yeah,
Nomenclature is nothing. Means the
Uh,
naming structure.
okay. So nomenclature is how we have to write the package. How we have to
How to
define.
write? Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Nomenclature is nothing but the naming structure that we follow.
Okay. Then camel case nomenclature means
In nomenclature also we have different varieties.
in that camel case is one of the
Hmm.
type.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
If you work in Python, you have to go for a snake case.
Okay. So this camel cases, this is how like first letter should start in the small cap followed by
Yes,
like that. So we have to
yes,
follow
yes.
that for this particular thing.
Yes,
Okay.
I've given you the example. So we are
Okay.
learning Java. So when I want to write in camel case, the first letter will be in small letter, and the first letter of the second word will be in capital letter, and the first letter of the third word will be capital letter, and subsequently so on.
Okay. So is it because this one is particular only for this platform you are using? What if I
Yes,
use Eclipse?
anything is fine. In Eclipse, anywhere also, you need to follow the proper nomenclature. What
Okay.
happens if you don't follow this nomenclature? Then the opposite person who is reviewing your code or viewing your code, then they'll definitely understand that you don't know Java. No matter how
Okay.
much ever program you write, if your package name is not right, if your class name is not right, then they'll immediately understand that you're lacking the coding standards of Java.
Got it. So it does not matter which environment, whether
Hmm.
Eclipse or this
IntelliJ
one.
or Glass, there's a Glass NetBrains ID, NetBrains ID, any editor. Okay. So,
Thank you.
so what is a class? We will be discussing this. We'll be discussing this in detail during the OOPS concepts. Okay. I'm parking it for the OOPS concept because if I explain you, it will be too much for you at the first class. Okay. How do we declare a class name? Class name follows Pascal case nomenclature. What do you mean by Pascal case nomenclature? First letter of every word should be capital letter. Okay. For example, I will say we have to upgrade to automation testing. So what will be the output? Is this clear? What is a Pascal case? What is a camel case? What is a camel case and what is a Pascal case?
Yeah.
Everyone in the room, all good? Great. Space is not allowed, Anjali. Space is never allowed. So this is a very, very good important point to under what Anjali has mentioned. Never maintain any spaces between in the package name or in the class name. Instead use underscore symbol. Instead use this underscore symbol. Great. Okay. Now what next? Let's create a new class. How do we create a new class? Again, this is one more thing we need to create. Always create a class inside a package. Clear? Always create a class inside a package. This is a mandatory rule. If you are not creating a class inside a package, again, people who is reviewing your code, they will judge you that, hey, where's the package? Where's the package, man? I don't see you creating a file inside a package. So you might be wondering, Rahul, you're discussing a lot of silly things to me. This doesn't this doesn't matter to me of great importance. What matters is the logic. Well, logic is the stepping stone, the first step. But if your code is not organized or not following the proper code structure, then there definitely is a major issue. Because whatever code that you are maintaining is not for only for yourself. It shall be reused across the organization, across the domain. So how do we create a file? Right click on the package, Java class, I will say sample programs. Is this clear, everyone? Any doubts so far? All good? Can I get a quick Y in the chat box? Everyone, I want a quick Y from the chat box. Everyone should be clear with the nomenclature. Great. So that's the thing. So let's go to sample programs. And for the people who have already have worked with, for the people who have already some bit of a knowledge in Java. So we all know we'll write public static void main and all those things. But since we are using JDK 25, there is a easier way to tackle the scenario. I can simply write void main, and inside this void main method, I can say system.out.println hello world. Hello world is the first syntax that we follow, guys. Allow me a moment, please. So this is how we write the Java code. This is how we write the Java code. Just give me a moment. Okay, great. So if you want to write the program like this, you need to make a small change here. Go to this file, go to the project structure, select the option as compact source files and module imports, and click on apply. So this is the latest way of writing the program. Got it? This is the latest way of writing the program. Why it's not working? Allow me a moment, guys. I'll make someone as the host. I might need to restart my system. Just give me a moment. I'm back, guys. Give me a moment. Sometimes JDK goes cranky. I have to restart it because I have multiple JDK versions in my system. That is the reason. Sometimes the statements won't come properly. If in your case, in your system, it's a fresh JDK, that shall not be a problem. Give me a moment. Is my screen visible, guys?
Yes.
Okay. So let me run this program. How do you run this program? Right click, run sample programs.me. One sec, guys. I understood the problem. There's some problem with this IntelliJ. I'm just trying to create one more project. Let me click on create. Okay. So I've created a project freshly and let me delete all these files. Okay. So the nomenclature part is also lost, which I'll be doing it again. Okay. So let me create a first Java file. Okay. Let me create a package. November 2025. And inside this package, create a Java file that is sample program. So for the people who have some bit of knowledge of Java, how we used to write the code? We used to write the code using public static void main string args system.out.println hello world. What does it do? Prints the data onto the console. That is hello world. What is the console here? What do you mean by a console for the people who are new? Console is nothing but a blackboard. In our school days, we used to have the blackboard, right? We used to have the blackboard in our school days. The same kind of a blackboard that we have here also. Got it? On a blackboard, how we write today's date and all those things. On a marker board, how we write the same thing. This console is like that. It's like a blackboard. Whatever we are writing here, we are writing it onto the console. So how do we run the program? There are multiple ways. So you can click on this play button, click on run button, run. If you run the code, you are seeing hello world is displayed onto the console. How many of you are able to see the word hello world onto the console? Yeah,
Yes.
great. So we're just printing the data onto the console. That is the thing that we are doing it. Hmm. So once we are done with this, what next? What next? So always remember that whatever code we write in Java shall be present inside the main method. Why? Because JVM, what does JVM stands for? Java Virtual Machine looks out for the method main and then it will execute the program. So for people who are not understanding what is Java Virtual Machine, JVM is the place where our Java code will be executed. Clear? For a clear understanding, what I'm gonna say here is that JVM is the place where our Java code is running. Like whatever Java code that we click on, play and run sample program, no? All the Java code will be executed in JVM. Clear? Any doubt so far? All good?
Yes.
Okay. So this is how we have executed successfully our first Java program. Now I will say system.out.println. Today is a wonderful day. So can anyone tell me the output of this program or tell me the answer of this program?
Hello
Today is
world and
wonderful.
today's wonderful day.
Sorry, can anyone tell me?
First it prints hello world and then today is a wonderful day.
Mhm. So you see, it's printing one after the other.
Yes.
So let's try to print more sentences. I will say system.out.println having a happy morning. So again, what will be the output? If you want to run the program, do a right click and you can click on run. That will also work. Okay. So this is how we execute the program. Now, Rahul, always I cannot type system.out.println. So what is the shortcut for typing system.out.println? In IntelliJ, type S out followed by the enter key. Okay, I'm talking about IntelliJ. If you are using in Eclipse, type sysout followed by control plus space. This is the thing. Got it?
Yes.
In VS Code, type SOut followed by the enter key. These are the shortcuts that you need to remember for the editor wise. But since we are working majorly with IntelliJ, so I'm providing you the IntelliJ shortcut keys. Okay, great. So let us see the demonstration of it. You type SOut and press the enter key. I will say we are continuing our programming journey. So what will be the output of it? Can anyone tell me?
Four statements.
Mhm. What are the four statements?
Hello world, today is a wonderful day, having a happy
Hmm.
morning, and we are continuing our programming journey.
Hmm. Great, perfect.
Yes.
Now, Rahul, like this is also somewhat slightly lengthy for me, Rahul. Do you have any other option? System.out.println is somewhat a slightly a lengthier option. Do we have anything that we can do? From JDK 25 onwards, we can use the new print statement, that is io.println. This is the more shorter version of it. I will say new version of the print statement. This is applicable only from JDK 25 onwards. Prior to JDK 25, we cannot use this. Clear?
Yes.
Perfect. So let's go with the next set of executions. And say io.println. Can anyone tell me the output of the program? Yeah, you need not use your calculators, guys. You can use it without calculus also. 1010, perfect. So how do we run a program? Do a right click, run. The answer is 3300. It's not 1010. So what we are doing here, for any arithmetic operations in any programming language, I'm talking about all the programming language, we follow the Bodmer's rule. What do you mean by the Bodmer's rule? Like in our back in our school days, in our fifth, sixth class, our teacher used to say the Bodmer's rule, right? What is this? Bracket of division, multiplication, addition, and subtraction. Addition, subtraction. So what we are doing here? So first we need to perform the multiplication. As per the rule, first we need to perform the multiplication. What is the multiplication? What is the number here? 500 minus 200 plus 3000. This is the operation. Then followed by addition. So what is addition here? 3000 plus 500 is 3500 minus 200. Then I'll say 3300. Is this clear, everyone, with the Bodmer's rule? I want everyone to be actively participating, guys. Great. Can anyone tell me the output of this program? Don't use any calculator, guys. Don't use any calculus. Try to solve it manually. Guys, no one is telling the answer.
3,200 first one.
It is minus 30,600. How many of you got this answer? How many of you are at least close to this answer? Hmm? How many of you are close to this answer, guys?
Me, Rahul.
So could you explain?
Yes. First, starting from the right, as per the Bodomos rule, first
Hmm.
perform the division. 300 divided by 5, that is
Hmm.
60. Then there
Mhm.
is another division, 200 divided by 2, that is 100.
Hmm.
Then carried out multiplication, 500 into 60, 30,000.
Hmm.
Then proceeding to write,
Hmm.
100 into 10.
100 into 10. Sorry, my
No,
bad.
not sorry. Sorry to, yeah, 100 into 10, 1000.
Hmm.
Then there is no addition here. 400 minus 100, sorry, 400 minus 1000
Hmm.
minus 30,000.
Hmm. Great. This is how we solve the Polymer rules. Great. Cool. Great. So what will be the output of the program, guys? When I am trying to print this, io.println. So whatever you're trying to print, it will print the same value. It is not mandatory or restricted to sentences only. Even if you print the value as false, it will print. Suppose just now we are saying how it printed numbers. If I want to print a single letter also, I can print it.
Rahul, I have One
Hmm.
question like, what is the difference between system.println and io.println?
This is the more shorter version of system.println. As I've
Oh,
told you,
shorter
system,
version of IO. Okay. I mean system. Okay. But both are same.
both are same.
Okay. Okay.
Instead of writing system.out.println, the shorter version.
So this is common for everywhere. Even Eclipse also I can do like this, or only this
Yeah,
tool is.
yeah. If it's editor specific, I will mention it here like this.
Okay. Okay. Thank
Okay. So similar to print statement, I have one more statement called as println statement. I have one more statement called as print statement. So I can say system.out.print. So can anyone tell me the output of the program? Can anyone guess the output? If it's wrong, also that's fine. See, everyone, if you're
Also,
providing wrong answers, also it's fine.
also H new print statement.
Mm-hmm.
New print statement would continue after H.
Mm-hmm. It will continue in the next line, not after H. Okay. Now where it will print? Any guesses, guys?
Immediately after new print statement.
Mm-hmm.
But what is the difference? Println is printing in the same way like as print, right? Is there any difference?
If you see the I will explain you the difference. System.println prints the data onto the console and moves the cursor to the next line. So if you see here, that is the reason you are printing one line after the other. After printing the statement "Hello World," the cursor is moved to the next line. Again, after printing the sentence "Today is a wonderful day," the cursor is going to the next line, Smita, or whoever it is. So
Mm-hmm.
when I use system.print, it just prints the data onto the console. So what do you mean by that? After letter H, what happened? The cursor has moved to the next line. Now what it has done, it has just printed new print statement. The cursor is here itself. Now again when I say system.print ln, what is happening? It will print the value as 1000 and the cursor will move to the next line.
So this is only this will only affect the second line, not the first one.
It
So when I
depends
say
on,
print,
hmm,
when
it
I say
depends.
print, it prints like as a new line only, right? But when I do that second println, that time only I see the difference with the first one. If not, no.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, but here it's all in the patterns. Whatever pattern I create, the behavior changes accordingly. Okay. So the definitions you need to remember is when I use a regular print statement, it just simply prints the data onto the console. When I use a println statement, prints the data onto the console and moves the cursor to the next line.
Okay.
Based on these definitions, you need to write the program. Similarly, in JDK 25 also, do we have io.print? Yes, we have io.print. Got it? Similar to io.println, we have io.print in JDK 25. Same behavior. So what is the output? Minus 1500. Will it print in the same line or in the different line?
Next line.
Mhm. Clear? Great. Why is false without Anjali? I didn't get your question.
Actually, we have put double quote in every statement, right? Like new print statement is written within a double quote. Then why
That
it's
is for a
without?
sentence. When we discuss data types, you'll understand clearly, Anjali.
Okay, fine.
Okay. Great. Good to go. Now, there is one more statement which I wanted to discuss with you. That is system.err.println. Okay. First error message. Clear? Is this clear? It is printing in maroon color. That means this is used for primarily used for printing the error messages. Clear? All good guys so far?
Yes.
Hmm. Great. Any doubts with print statements, guys? Anyone has any doubts with print statements? All good? So if everyone is clear, if everyone is clear, let's take a sample. Let's test the print statement, what you are understood. So if you don't want to type public static void main like this, if you don't want to type public static void main manually, what is the shortcut for public static void main? In IntelliJ, type the word main followed by the enter key. In Eclipse, type PSVM followed by control plus space. Same thing we do it in VS Code. Clear?
So this does not, for execution, right, Rahul? In this, we don't need any main, right? So for example, whenever we are executing anything, the classes, so we don't need any particular state word like main to execute.
Main is important. That is what I've written, right? If you see here, JVM always looks out for the method main and then only it will execute the program.
Okay. Here also it's the same thing. Okay.
Hmm. The same thing, but just have generated it using a shortcut.
Okay. Yeah, I think I missaw that one. Yeah.
Hmm. So I will say, tell me the output of this program, then we'll go for a break. Can anyone tell me the output of this program?
New data in understanding, then in new line, so minus 1600, then same line purpose of the code is, and in next
Mm-hmm.
line minus 1400.
Mm-hmm. So what will be the output? Can you tell me the answer for all the arithmetic operations? Okay, great. Any doubts so far? Is everyone clear with the output? Great. So all of you go for a quick 5-minute break and come back. We'll be discussing more on the escape characters. We will be focusing on variables. Okay. If you have any doubts, you can stay back, else you can go for a quick break and come back. Hmm?
Yeah. I have one doubt, Rahul.
Hmm.
Okay.
Tell me.
Um, so I'm trying to install the you know that Intel J, but I'm not able to do it. It says you need a new new version. Like I'm using Windows 10, Windows 10 Pro, but it did not allow me to install
We
that.
are all using Windows 11.
Okay, mine was old one, like, but it did
Hmm.
not allow. So what should I do then? How would I proceed for
I'm
this
not
one?
so sure. I'm not so sure because we are all using latest versions of Windows and all those things, right? Is your I mean, you don't have personal laptop with latest Windows? Is my just
No,
assumption. Can you upgrade it? I mean,
right now, no.
no.
So that's why, but yeah, because it did not allow me to install this.
Hmm.
Like I was able to download alone, but when I tried to do it, it did not.
Hmm.
So it's only okay. Let me try like tomorrow. Yeah, because then if I leave today, then after 1 week only I can. Oh, in
Hmm.
between I'll check with you if I need like to check
Hmm.
that. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Hmm.
Okay, we'll take a break and come.
Hmm. Hmm. I hope everyone is back from the break.
Yes, Rahul.
Okay. So let's understand the concept of escape characters. What is this escape characters? Because we popularly use these escape characters in most of our file operations or something like that. So now I will also show you how to avoid writing this public class, static void main, everything. So in JDK 25 onwards, from JDK 25 onwards, we have the concept of compact classes.
We are
What
not
is
seeing the screen.
it?
Instead of
I'm
that, the
sharing
timer is.
the screen. Yeah,
I don't
now
know.
you're able to see.
I'm seeing the timer alone. Okay,
Now
now
you're
we are
able.
seeing.
We have the concept of compact classes. What do you mean by compact classes? We need not write any package name nor any public class and write a main method nor write a main method inside a class. So this is the latest change that is present in JDK 25. So we can write void main and I can say IO dot, we have learned IO dot println, right? IO dot println new lines of data. Now this concept is called as a compact class. And again, do we really use these compact classes in the runtime? Absolutely not. We use these compact classes only for learning purpose. Since if when you are new to Java, when you want to understand the subject properly for the first time, we use this compact classes. But during the project, when you're working with any projects or something, we go with the common class structure, main structure, and we go ahead with it. It is not only with Java. If you go for any Python also, if you go for JavaScript, TypeScript also, when you're building the projects, you don't build it just like writing the code in a file. We have to maintain the class structure, we have to maintain all the nomenclatures, and we have to do it. But since while learning, in order to avoid writing all this public static void main and all those things, if you want to write it in a compact manner for practice, you can write void main and you can click on this play button to run the program. Again, this is purely for learning purposes when you are new to Java. Clear? Compact classes are not used during the framework design or any project delivery. Clear? Codes of data. When I say space slash t is an escape character which represents a tab key. Like the moment I said slash t, na, it represents a tab key. Clear? Now between these codes of data and lines of data, we have a separate tab space. Perfect. Any doubts, guys? All good? Now I will say IO.print 500 minus 4000 plus 3000 plus slash n. What is the slash n? Slash n is an escape character which represents a new line. Okay. Now when I execute this program, you will be getting answer as 4,000 because it's 5,000 plus 3,000 is 8,000. 8,000 minus 4,000 is 4,000. Got it? Great.
Rahul, why did you put like plus then
This is
slash n?
this is the concatenation symbol. So in any programming language, plus has two behaviors. One is used to add the numbers. Second operation is to join the data. Got it? Is the same behavior across any programming language. You take Ruby, you take Golang, you take any programming language. This is the behavior. Perfect.
Yeah, yeah. The thing is, what if it'll happen if you don't put plus and just give slash n?
It
Because
will
that
throw
is
a
a new.
compile. It will throw an error.
Okay.
It will throw a syntax error.
Because okay, slash and backslash, and I thought it's a new line only, right? So it's not a two string concating, right? So in that
Mm,
case, I was thinking only string.
mm,
I thought we should use plus.
No.
Okay, okay,
Here we are joining this slash n with the original data.
okay.
Okay. Great. Then there is one more escape character. So slash b is an escape character which represents a backspace. Hmm? Got it? When I say slash b, the letter T is removed because I've used slash b after the letter T. What does this letter T represents? It's a backspace. Got it? Got it, everyone? Great. Okay, good to go, everyone.
One second, backspace of what? I did not see the difference.
You
New.
see the letter T in this new set of data. What you
Uh-huh.
are able to see, the letter T is removed, right?
Yeah, yeah, it is removed. So
So slash B,
backslash will remove it.
yes, slash B will remove that letter. That's a backspace.
Okay, 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 okay.
Okay. Now, what next? There is another concept called as read ln. What does this read ln do? IO.readLn will read the data from the console and will read the data from the console. I will say enter the first number. Okay. So it waits till I enter the data. It waits till I enter the data. Now if I type the value as 60, then it will print the number as 60. Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
IO.readLn will help us read the data from the console. Again, this is a JDK25 functional, JDK25 feature. This is not present in any other Java versions. It is present only in JDK25. Perfect.
Yeah.
So let's go with the concept of data types. I mean the concept of variables. Okay. Before that, let's understand what is a variable. Variable is nothing but a temporary storage of value. What do you mean by temporary storage of values? Imagine that you're storing the water in a bottle. That's a temporary because it stores till you drink the water. Once you have drink the bottle is empty. It's just like holding a bunch of flowers in a cover. So the flowers will stay in the cover as long as you don't use it. Similarly, it's a temporary storage of values. So what do you mean by temporary storage of values according to programming concept? That means the scope of the variable is during the execution time only. Once the code execution is completed, the variables will be destroyed. Clear? The variables will be destroyed. So what next? So since we understood what is a variable and all, what next have to do? Let's understand what are the different data types in Java. What are the different data types in Java? Primitive data type, non-primitive data type. Primitive data type is nothing but this int, char, boolean, float, long, double, byte, short. Okay. All these are primitive data types. What do you mean by primitive data types for better understanding? Like how we have English alphabets A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K. Similarly, these primitive data types are like the alphabets of Java. Without this, we cannot form any other data type. Like in maths, we have numbers from 0 to 9. Those are all the primitive numbers. Without 0 to 9, we cannot form the numbers like 10, 11, 12, so on. It's like the foundational data sets. It's like the foundational members of Java. What is a non-primitive data type? Strings, arrays, list, set, etc. The list is infinite. Non-primitive data types are infinite. We have lots of varieties of non-primitive data types. How these non-primitive data types are found? Based on the combination of primitive data types. Okay. What are the rules to be followed while declaring a variable? It should always start with a small letter. It should not start with a number or a special character. It should not have any white spaces between the variable names. Instead, use underscore symbol. Do not use any Java keywords as the variable name. So what are the Java keywords that we need to know? So if you see here, these are the keywords that you should not use as part of the Java variable names. You should not use these names while declaring a Java variable. Perfect. Remember this point that these variable names shall not be used as part of your variable name. These names, abstract, catch, finally, import, new, package, all these things. What next? What can we do now? Now, let us understand the syntax of declaring a variable. Remember that Java is a statically typed programming language. That means what? Let me explain you. So whenever we are declaring a variable, we have to provide the data type and variable name. Got it? You have to provide the data type space variable name. Perfect. So when I say a statically typed programming language, whenever you are declaring a variable, the data type is always associated with it. Whenever we are declaring a variable, data type is always associated with it. Clear? Great. So I'll say int a1 char b2 double c3 float d4 byte e5 short f6 long g7 int char double float byte short long boolean. This is how we declare a variable name. Okay. What do you mean by a character? It accepts a single value like a capital letter V or a small letter G or a single or a special character or a number, anything, etc. Got it? Accepts true or false. Got it? Now what next? Byte means accepts a range of values from -128 to 127. Short means accepts a range of values from -32,768 to 32,767. Accepts a range of values from -2 power 31 to 2 power 31 minus 1. -2 power 63 to 2 power 63 minus 1. Accepts up to 5 significant digits. What do you mean by 5 significant digits? Up to 5 digits after the decimal point. Okay. Accepts up to 16 significant digits after the decimal point. I hope everyone got an understanding of what are the different primitive data types and how is it working. Is this clear? So what next? So how much memory does each data type occupy in the RAM? Occupies around 1 bit of data. 1 bit of data. Byte occupies around 1 byte of data. When I say short, occupies around 2 bytes of data. When I say integer, occupies around 4 bytes of data. For a character, occupies around 2 bytes of data. Occupies around 8 bytes of data. For a float, it occupies around 4 bytes of data. For a double, it occupies around 8 bytes of data. So you need to remember this. Yes, you need to remember this because you need to understand which data type is used for which set of data and how much memory does it occupy. You need to have that clear understanding because when you are writing a code, understanding the memory management perspective of the code right from the root level is very, very much important because sometimes your RAM gets occupied, sometimes your heap gets utilized. So you need to see what is happening, where is it, where the memory allocation is failing, and all those things. You need to understand. Is this clear, everyone? What are the different primitive data types? What are the different things?
Yeah, perfect. Yeah.
Syntax of initializing a value, initializing a variable. I will say A1 equal to 500, B2 equal to I'll be using the letter F at the end to determine it is a float value. Okay. If I exceed the range of the byte, it will throw a compilation error. Got it? Clear?
Yes.
Okay, good to go. So you need to know when your code throws compilation errors or syntax errors. So that's the reason I've given you this detailed analysis. You need to use the letter L at the end to determine it is a long value. Got it? Is this clear, everyone? Any doubts so far?
Yeah.
Can we go ahead, everyone? Now, can we print the variables? Yes, you can print the variables. You just need to call that variable here in the print statement. You can print any sort of variables onto the console because variables are nothing but the representation of the data, that you have stored. So this is how we can print the values of the variables. Clear? Is this clear, everyone? Whatever variables you have declared and stored, we are printing those variables here. Any doubts so far?
For Boolean, what will it will print? Like for h8 of is equal to false, right? What will it print? Is it
It
like
just
0,
prints true or false.
true or false? Okay.
True or false, that's it.
Okay.
Yeah. Can I go ahead, guys? Good to go?
Yes.
So guys are able to understand because the next set of topics will be like in Java, the things are like everything shall be clear. Like if you're not able to understand anything, just let me know. Okay. Yeah. Let me know if you're not understanding anything so that we will clarify those things before going ahead. Any doubts, guys? Anything you want to clarify? All good, guys. Can I go ahead with them? Perfect. Now, this is how we play with the variables and all. From JDK 10 onwards, we have a new concept in variables, new keyword in variables known as var keyword. It was introduced in JDK 10. What is this var keyword now, Rahul? Like suppose we are all new to Java and I don't remember the exact data type where I want to store. Like I'll say var j equal to 500. I don't know whether I want to store it in an integer or a double value. I have the confusion of you don't know which data type you want to store the value, but you know what are the operations that you need to perform. So that is the reason we can use this var keyword to store. Var keyword will help us store any kind of data irrespective of the data type. Like you can store the objects, you can store the objects in the var variable, you can store the variable names, you can do anything, you can store whatever you want. Supposedly you don't remember the data type, you don't know what to do with that, but you know what kind of operations you want to do. In that case, we can use this var keyword. Perfect. Suppose I say j into 2. So I know it will print 1000, but I just don't know which data type do I need to assign the value. In such situations, we can use it. Now, some people will be like, Rahul, since you don't know the data type, can I change this to a character? No, sorry, the right one will be, can I change this to a Boolean? It will throw a compilation error. Why it will throw a compilation error? Because initially when you have declared the variable j as 500, then internally at the compiler level or at the internally at the compiler level, it has understood that I'm storing an integer value. But now if you're trying to change it to a Boolean value, it will not accept it because at the top I have understand and realized that I'm storing an integer value. Who are you to change the value of a, who are you to store the value of a different data type? Perfect. Guys, everyone is out of energy or what?
Yeah, it understood.
Yeah. You can store short value in, you can store short value also. Okay. Because this 32 will either fall in short value or it can fall in byte value or it can fall in integer range. Got it? Great. This is a var keyword that is super important. Yeah. When you're learning Java for the first time and you're not so sure which data type, you will use the var keyword, but you're pretty sure what kind of operations do I need to perform. Great.
So instead of int, we are giving var. That's all. But then var
Mm.
will be used as a common one. If I
Yes,
don't,
yes.
that's what you are telling. Okay.
Mm.
Yep.
Clear?
Yeah. So what if we used var int j is equal to 500? Can we use that like that? Var
No,
int.
only var. Either
Okay.
use int or var.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
So this is the topic about variables. I'll give you a minute of time to, if you have any queries, we will address those queries because once I go into the strings concept, it will be a different ball game. So if you have any doubts in the variables, please let me know. Any doubts in the variables? No? Okay.
One doubt, Rahul. For which all the variables we can use a single apostrophe or like double? Because I see
Only.
for char you have used a single quotes, and
Hmm.
for boolean you did not use anything, and for string I don't know. I did not see that. Yeah.
String we will discuss now, you'll understand. Only for character in Java, we use single
Mm-hmm.
quotes. In Java, everything is clear. Except for a character, we will never use single quotes anywhere.
Okay, it's for the character, and then
Hmm.
for the false you don't use anything. Like for
No,
the
no,
boolean
no.
type you don't use.
Yes, no,
Okay.
no.
Okay. Yeah. Thanks.
So B plus A, B2 plus A1 plus C3 minus D4. Can anyone tell me the output of this program? Can anyone try solving this question?
It won't give any value because its string is there,
Mm-hmm.
character is there. It's not all arithmetic to perform the equation.
Mm-hmm. So what will be the output?
Error.
Hmm. So if I execute this program, it will not throw any error. It will not throw any error. Why? I will show you. Yeah. So what is happening here is whenever we take a character in any arithmetic operations, we take a character in any arithmetic operations, it will take the ASCII value of that character. What do you mean by ASCII value? Let's go to the ASCII table. So, like how we understand A, B, C, D, E, F, G, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like that, our operating systems or programming languages won't understand how we think like that. For suppose if I say G, right? If you see the letter G, what is the ASCII value of letter G? 140. Wait.
Is it capital or small? Yeah.
Small g. Everything has a
Small.
different value. So small g, the lowercase g, the value is 103. Got it? The ASCII code is 103. So we need to take this ASCII code and put it in our arithmetic operations. Okay. So the answer would be minus 629 plus 2059.2, I mean some decimal value, minus 629.205. So remember this ASCII ranges for sure. You have to remember this ASCII ranges for sure. From capital A to capital Z, the ASCII values will be 65 to 90. For small a to small z, the ASCII values will be 97 to 122. For numbers 0 to 9, the ASCII values will be 48 to 57. For a white space, the ASCII value will be 32. Perfect. You need to remember this ASCII value ranges. This is a very common thing we need to discuss in the interview also. Because of this, the whole thing changes and the whole thing changes. Like especially when we work with test automation also, we need to know this ASCII values because we have certain use cases for it. Great. Once I remember this, what next? So for the people who are wondering what's the answer, what is the G value? G value is 103. 103 plus A1 is 500. 892.214 minus D4 is, got it? Let me do the addition operation. I will say 603 plus 892.214 minus 2124.42. 895 plus 600, 1495.214 minus 2124.42. So let's put this into Calci in order to save time. Minus 629.206. So this will be the answer. Clear? Everyone all good? ASCII, you'll be using it in TestNG, Anjali. In TestNG also we will use it. And generally to test your competency about how the operating systems think, they will ask you the question there also. Okay. Now what next? Let's go to the concept of string concepts. What is a string and all? Again, this is a super important concept, guys, from a development perspective as well as from automation perspective. So this is like the bread and butter for us. If you miss anything here, you are inviting trouble for your automation testing, framework design, or for your interview. This is like the super important. Naming convention we have covered, Anjali. Naming convention you covered at the start. So what is a string? String is nothing but a combination of characters. Combination of characters. Got it? So how do we declare a string value? I'll say string variable name equal to value. Since we are dealing with the variables for the first time, have declared and initialized in two separate lines. But in reality, we declare and initialize the value in the same line. Okay. I will say string names equal to Ramesh is the best friend of Suresh. Okay. So again, what is a string? String is a non-primitive data type. Non-primitive data type coming from the java.lang package. Got it? Is this clear, guys? So if I say system.println names, then I'll print the names here. Is this clear, everyone? What is a string and what is it all about?
Yeah. Uh, Rahul, did you put like a yes small or capital? That string declaration
It
term
is
small
capital. It is capital. The
capital.
variable name is small.
Okay. So does it make any difference for that primitive and non-primitive? Why we are using there everything small? Here we are using capital like that.
That is,
There.
see, if you understand the objects, then you'll understand what is non-primitive data type. Because the primitive data type is coming from a Java native libraries. And all these non-primitive types are built on top of Java native data types. Once you understand the classes, once you understand the OOPS concept, then you'll understand why it is capital here.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
we have discussed in the nomenclature that for a class name, we always need to write in a Pascal case.
Capital. Yeah.
So once you understand the OOPS, then you'll understand what is a non-primitive data type, how it is coming from.
Okay, I got it. Yeah. Thanks.
So names dot length means what? Prints the number of characters present in the string. How many number of characters are present? So can anyone tell me the output of this?
35.
35.
Mhm. Now another question. How much memory does this string occupy? Can anyone tell me how much memory does this string occupy? Any guesses? Mhm. How much memory does this string occupy? Tell me, guys.
Don't know how to find that one. Is it based on
Well,
the blocks?
what we did discuss in character, each character occupies around 2 bytes of data, correct? Now what we are doing in string, string is nothing but what a combination of characters. So what is the size of the string? 35. How much memory
35
does it occupy? 35 into 2.
2.
So total 70 bytes of memory is allocated for the string.
Okay.
This is something logical that we ask because we have explained everything in the variables. Now how we are correlating here? Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Names dot is empty checks if the given string is empty or not. Returns true if the above condition is satisfied, else false. What is the criteria for a string to be empty? What is the criteria? No characters shall be present inside the string. What is the output? What is the output, guys?
False.
There's
0.
no zero. There's no
Oh,
zero. What is
okay.
the
Okay.
read the statement? It just checks. What is the criteria for empty? Is the I've given you the criteria. The answer is false.
Okay.
When I say names dot is blank, it's a JDK11 function. What does it do? Blank means only white spaces are present in the string. Apart from white spaces, nothing is there. Like I'll say, I can reassign the variables in Java. Okay. What is the output? What is the output, guys?
True.
True.
When I say names dot to uppercase, it converts the whole string to capital letters. Converts the whole string to small letters. Got it? Any doubts so far?
Then for names, we have to declare it, right?
Okay, okay, yeah, yeah. I have to reassign back the old value.
Okay, okay, yeah. So I
So
thought we are going to use in the same statement or something like that. Yeah.
no. You have to reassign the data. Got it?
Okay. Yeah.
Names dot repeat of 5 means what? Repeats the same string for 5 times. Again, it's a JDK11 function. Got it?
Mhm.
It will repeat the same sentence for 5 times.
Since we wrote here println, but it will be continuing in the same here, right? See, you wrote println, but it continues in the same
Yes,
line.
because names dot repeat is a statement that will append that will add the string in the same line.
Okay, okay.
Hello, Rahul. One query.
Mm-hmm.
If we are running these string functions one after other, so the next function would run on the output of the previous function, right?
Not really. That's not the case here. It's all about reading the program and understanding it. As of now, whatever functions I'm executing, it is with respect to that particular line only. Based on the data that has been assigned, based on the data, the functions are behaving accordingly.
Okay, we are commenting out
We are not
previous ones.
commenting out anything. Only thing that we are doing is I'm declaring a string variable. Later I made the string as blank. Later I'm reassigning back the value. That is the only thing.
Okay, okay.
I'm not assigned the data back to any other variable. So replaces the word is with was
Was
in the string. So what will be the output? Any guesses?
Ramesh was the best friend of Suresh.
Yeah. I hope this is clear.
Um, and in this console, right, when we are running uh, the code, is there any way where you can just execute only the current statement where we are
That is not possible in Java.
okay, so it will come right from the start. For example,
Mm.
in QTP we will do just from the point, right?
That
But
is the
here
automation
every
tool. In QTP
Okay.
is a automation tool. That's a GUI based automation tool. So we don't
Uh,
like do like that. If you want that kind of a behavior, we can do it in VS Code. That too for JavaScript, you need to select those particular snippets of code and you can run it. But since we are not working with any VS Code with Java, that is why we cannot do it. And I generally use
okay.
that for JavaScript and Python. But for Java, we
Okay.
don't have anything like that. That's the thing.
So in that case, then we have to ensure that every time we have to run from the starting, and the console will get dumped, right?
Yeah.
When we keep
Yes,
on
yes.
running, then console. Okay, okay,
Yes,
okay.
yes,
I got it.
that's the thing. But anyways, we don't really need that much, frankly speaking, when that's only for practice. But when you're building projects with that feature is not something that is really required.
Okay. Yeah, right now I don't know how it is going to be, but just I had a
Mm,
doubt on that. Yeah, thank you.
mm, yeah. Starts with checking if the string starts with the word RAM. Returns true if the above condition is satisfied. Else false. What is the output?
True.
True. Any doubts so far? We'll print true. Now,
False.
mhm.
We are only asking to convert, right? Why it has to say false?
Because the end of the at the end of the day starts with is the function, right? So what we are doing, we are converting the string to uppercase, and whatever string that is converted to capital letters, I have to check whether it is starting with the word Ram. Got
Okay.
it?
So after converting, you are trying to check, and
Yes,
then the value will be true or false. Okay.
yes, exactly.
Okay.
Now what is the output?
False.
Mhm.
So, Rahul, in this case, right? So this conversion is used to check whether it is starting with or not, or it can use to convert to the upper or lower, or to start with that particular value, right? Say for
Yes.
example, if I wanted to start with the first letter as instead of RW, so that time also can I use like that? Or so for example, two uppercase, two lowercase, so then I thought the names dot is used to convert, but right now I see you're also using to check whether it exists or
Mhm.
not exist, whether it starts or it not starts with
Yes.
that, like that. Okay.
Slowly we will introduce combinations of functions.
Okay. Okay. So only in this we see like that. Okay.
It comes combination slowly built. So
Yeah, yeah,
I hope this is false, right?
yeah.
Yes.
Great. Now what is the output?
False.
Mm-hmm.
It's true.
Mm-hmm.
False.
Name starts with names. False.
True.
Mm-hmm. It will be always true because I'm using the same variable, right? I'm saying what? Ramesh is the best friend of Suresh. So I'm reusing the same variable in both the cases. So it will be obviously true. Got it?
Yes.
So it is checking starting with names, right? But here in that function name is Ram. So that should be false, isn't it? Starting
Sorry?
with starting with names. So that is the first function returns Ram, right?
Sorry? Could you repeat it? I'm unable to get it, Smita.
No, the first function, like starts with the first that will return Ram, isn't it? Because Ram, the answer, and this is Ram.
Now
Okay,
you
got
can
it, got it,
compare.
got it. No, got it. Yeah, yeah, got it. Names, yeah.
Hmm. Checks if the string ends with the word resh. So what is the output?
True.
True.
Mm-hmm.
True.
Oh, Rahul, I have a doubt here. So Ramesh names is equal to that big statement itself, right? It's a one statement. So
Mm.
in that case, how these words are matching, like say for example, when you say resh, so it has two places, right? Ramesh,
Ends
es.
with. See, ends with. That means I'm checking whether my string is ending with resh. That is my agenda. I don't care whether it is in the middle or at the last or at the first. I'm only checking whether it is ending with resh.
Okay, okay. So it's a full. Okay, yeah. I think I got it. Yeah, thanks.
Cool. Cool. Good to go.
Yeah, it's true.
Guys, you are feeling too much. Now what is output?
True.
True.
Now what is output?
True.
Yes, I don't know. Okay.
Now what is output?
Suresh is replaced with Makesh.
That is ending with yes, so that
False.
means it's true.
False.
Mm-hmm.
It's false.
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 So will it replace or not? So in this case, you're asking to replace plus checking, right? So in this,
Yes.
so in that case, it will replace and then it will give the
Mm.
value as a
Yes.
false.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, it is false. It's check with first this.
Hmm. Good to go.
Yes.
Clear, guys? Yes.
Rahul, one thing, why under your SRC I did not see the main Java, like in this side, in this package side, in this folder structure. I did not see that main Java like that.
This is not a Maven project. This is a basic Java project. When I created only, I told you we are going with a basic Java project.
Okay, because when I try to install, right, I got like that. That's why I was like thinking, because I did not
Mhm.
get the same thing what you did, like selecting Java.
Mm.
But after installing, I saw it was like for me, it was
Mm.
showing as a Java.
So I'm not going with Maven project right now. I'm just going with a basic Java project because we are learning it for the first time.
Okay, I don't know what I did, but I got like that. Okay,
Mm.
no worries. Thanks.
Mm. Cool. Now, since everyone is clear, I will give a pause to clarify any of your doubts. Like whatever happened in the last two classes. If you have any doubts, please let me know. Yeah, tell me, guys, if you have any doubts.
I did not have with your class, but then I did not get to see the link of yesterday's class session, Rahul. I know I don't know whom to check with it to maybe
Recordings are there in the group. Just check it out.
it is not there. I saw it is not there. I
It's
did not
there.
get in my email.
It will not be in your email. It will be in the WhatsApp group.
They should send to okay, but
They
in
won't send
WhatsApp.
it to email right now because these are all demo sessions.
Okay, 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 okay.
Hmm.
Yeah, even though it is 3 hours, but the way you took it, it was very interesting. So I did not feel like yeah, it was nice. Thanks.
Mhm.
Do you provide all this Java file?
Well, you can watch through the recording because if I provide the Java files, you might copy paste it, but I don't want to do that. I would just want you to go through the recording, practice it manually by yourself so that you will remember it better. For that reason only.
Okay, fine.
Hmm.
And then can you add that file naming convention that you have already deleted, I guess?
Yeah, you can check in the recording, but I'll add that file. Okay.
Okay, fine.
Hmm. Cool. Everything is a start, guys. The Java is just warming up. By next weekend, you will start seeing me using. I mean, next to next weekend, whoever is enrolling, you will start seeing me using the loops, conditional statements, OOPS concepts. Everything will start quickly because it's a weekend and it's a 3 hour session. So you will see me. The concepts will rush very quickly. And for the people who have enrolled, only for them the assignments will be shared on next Saturday. Got it?
Sure.
Cool. Anything else that I can clarify? Anusha, Dhanashree.
Enrollment also you will not provide this file, right?
Sorry?
After enrollment also you will not provide this Java file.
After enrollment, we provide the file in a different way. There's a concept called as gist. Only for today, you practice this way.
Okay, fine. Thank you.
Hmm.
So for today's session, we are done, right, Raghu?
Yes, 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 yes.
Okay. Then see you guys on Saturday.
Hmm.
Then
Yeah, yeah.
it was really nice. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Rahul. See you next week.
Thank you.